Hi, welcome to the Fight Age channel. The head of the top-ranked promotion company Bob Arum told why they could not complete the deal for the fight for the title of the absolute world heavyweight champion between the British Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Former world champion Anthony Crolla praised the owner of the WBA, WBO, IBF heavyweight titles Anthony Joshua for the fact that after the breakdown of the fight with the champion WBC Tyson Fury, he agreed to fight with Alexander Usyk. Ali Bashir, the former coach of the Ukrainian heavyweight Alexander Usyk, does not think that his ex-ward needs to gain weight ahead of the fight with Anthony Joshua. The specialist is convinced that Usyk needs to rely on his strength and not try to artificially increase his power. WBC World Heavyweight Champion Tyson Fury admitted that after winning a rematch over Deontay Wilder, he was visited by thoughts of committing suicide. The WBC champion Tyson Fury does not believe that he will hold a trilogy with the owner of the WBA, WBO and IBF title holder Anthony Joshua. According to the Gypsy King, he will not leave any questions after the first fight, if he ever enters the ring with AJ. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to the channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. The head of the top-ranked promotion company Bob Arum told why they could not complete the deal for the fight for the title of absolute world heavyweight champion between the British Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. We could not reach an agreement for a fight to take place in Saudi Arabia. As a result, the arbitration judge realized that we could not reach a compromise and issued a verdict in favor of Wilder. After this sentence, Fury is banned from fighting anyone other than Deontay. I believe that if the contract had been signed, the judge would not have ruled in favor of Wilder. Maybe he would have forced us to compensate Deontay for the damage, but he would not have stopped the fight between Fury and Joshua. But again, there was no signed contract at the time. Here is what really happened. Everything is simple and clear, Arum said. Recall that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder will hold a fight on August 24 at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. As for Joshua, he will meet with Ukrainian Alexander Usyk, whose fight will presumably take place on September 25 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. Former world champion Anthony Crolla praised the owner of the WBA, WBO, IBF heavyweight titles Anthony Joshua for the fact that after the breakdown of the fight with the WBC champion Tyson Fury, he agreed to fight with Alexander Usyk. It seems that the teams of Joshua and Usyk are close to a deal. Anthony said that this fight would be the next one. It will be a big surprise if their fight does not take place. They really want this fight. In my opinion, Eddie Hearn partially performs the duties of Usyk's promoter. This is a great fight. Respect for Anthony Joshua for targeting this fight after the breakdown of the fight with Tyson Fury. Of course, this is potentially a banana peel. Without doubt, this is one of the best fights that can be arranged in the heavyweight division, Anthony Crolla said in an interview. Recall that the Joshua-Usyk match is scheduled to take place on September 25 at the stadium of the London football club Tottenham. Ali Bashir, the former coach of the Ukrainian heavyweight Alexander Usyk, does not think that his ex-ward needs to gain weight ahead of the fight with the WBA, WBO, IBF world champion Anthony Joshua. The specialist is convinced that Usyk needs to rely on his strength and not try to artificially increase his power. It seems that Usyk wants to become more powerful, as if he is a bodybuilder. I don't know if this will work. I do not think so. I doubt that you can do what God has not done. The Almighty didn't make Usyk a major heavyweight. I mean that Anthony Joshua is big guy. I would let the Usyk be me. Boxing is the main thing in this game. If you go beyond this framework, then you will have problems. James Ali Bashir said in an interview. Recall that Ali Bashir also said that what Usyk showed in the fight with Derek Chisora wouldn't be enough to defeat Joshua. WBC World Heavyweight Champion Tyson Fury admitted that after winning a rematch over Deontay Wilder, he was visited by thoughts of committing suicide. After each extreme takeoff, for me there comes a lower and lower fall. When I defeated Wilder, I returned home, and for the first 10 days I was visited only by suicidal thoughts. So it was a big fall for me. It took me 2 weeks to recover. After every incredible rise, a person like me who has mental health problems at a patient level will always have a sharp drop. So the higher you go, the lower you fall. And this is absolutely true. But the main thing is to know how to cope with these problems and contain them. The word restrain is a key here, because if you know yourself and know that everything will get better in a few days, then everything will be fine with you, Tyson Fury said in an interview. Also, Fury doesn't believe that he will hold a trilogy with the owner of the WBA, WBO and IBF titles, Anthony Joshua, according to the Gypsy King, who will not leave any questions after the first fight if he ever enters the ring with AJ. I don't know if my trilogy will take place with Joshua. Trilogies happen only when there were contradictions in the first battle, or if the fight was very close and something went wrong. Someone didn't win by a judicial decision, or if in the second duel one of the fighters takes over, or each of them wins once. This is how trilogies happen, but I never imagined that I can lose a fight, so I don't see that we can have a fight and then meet again, Tyson Fury said in an interview. We will remind, Fury also said that he would watch with interest the fight of Joshua against Alexander Usyk. The WBC World Heavyweight Champion Tyson Fury is sure that any boxer can become a legend only if there is a decent opposition. I don't have a favorite heavyweight, but I adore many people. Muhammad Ali, Larry Holmes, Michael Spence, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis. All these guys were great fighters. Everyone can be as good as his generation allows him to be. We can only be as cool as our competitors are cool. If you are the dominant heavyweight of your era, but you do not have worthy competitors, then you will not become a legendary fighter. We were Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns and Roberto Duran, called the Four Kings, because they had each other. If you look at the dominance of Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko, then people were happy when they stopped aside, because during their reign they did not have much competition. The same goes from Drew Lewis. A great champion, he has held 26 defenses, but he has never had big fights, Tyson Fury said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.